Good morning. Welcome to Yellow Door Urban Homestead. I am Asia and I'm an urban gardener growing in a small space in my backyard. This morning I am outside because I realized yesterday that I had not watered my garden since Wednesday. I water very deeply when I do water, so I probably spend about 45 minutes watering my garden, if not a little bit longer. I noticed something this morning and I just want to share it with you really quick before I start watering. I came outside and blossom end rot. It is on one of the tomatoes and I didn't look at the name that's growing in the bags. And so this is not a disease or anything. If you see this on your tomatoes, it is where your tomatoes are not pulling up nutrients from the soil, specifically calcium from what I have read. I haven't seen it on any of my other tomatoes, so that is a plus. But just wanted to let you know in case you're a new gardener, it's not a disease. While I am out here, I am going to harvest this Tromboncino squash. It is really big, and I looked it up today and it said that you can harvest it young. If you harvest it young, it tastes like courgette, or I think courgette is pretty much a zucchini. I'm pretty sure of that. I watched some of the channels from the UK and they call zucchini, I think, courgettes. Anywho, past that. So it should taste like a courgette at this point. If I were to let it get a little more ripe, it would taste like butternut squash. I'm not the lover of butternut squash, so I'm gonna go ahead and harvest this. Another website that I looked at said that you should harvest it when it's about a foot long. So this is way longer than a foot. And so I'm gonna go ahead and harvest it. Said to cut about 2 inches from the top so that you can have some of the vine left. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's my first harvest of a Tromboncino squash. So we are probably going to try this for dinner sometime this week. I'm pretty excited. And I have another small one growing, which I could harvest that at this size, at the size that it is too. I will show you. But this one just seemed like it was ready to go. So hopefully it tastes delicious. I will maybe record what I do with it if I can remember after I look up a couple of recipes, because I've never had Tromboncino squash before. I was super excited to harvest it though. So here's the other one that I have. It's pretty long. It's a little thin, but on the internet, people were harvesting them at this size as well. So I'm not sure. I'll decide between today and tomorrow whether I want to go ahead and harvest that one too. If you know much about Tromboncino squash, leave some comments below and let me know, like, what do you do with them? Do you harvest them larger? Do you harvest them smaller? I also have some Shishito peppers that are ready to harvest. I have never grown these either. They say that they're really good if you blister the skin, season them a little bit, and maybe put them in some kind of dip. And so these are about 3 to 4 inches long. The internet says that you should harvest them around 3 to 5 inches long. So I'm gonna go ahead and harvest some of these. So that's one, but there's a bunch on this plant. And I'm just gonna go ahead and grab some of the larger ones. Maybe there were 2 on this plant. I'm gonna let them grow a little bit longer because I want them to be bigger. I'll go ahead and take that one too. And I have a few Shishito plants. They seem to be a very prolific variety. Once they started fruiting, they've just been fruiting ever since. So I'll see what these are about. And this is a Shishito plant too on the other side, but it struggled to get started. There's a couple banana peppers that can be harvested right now, so I'm gonna grab those as well. That one just fell right on off. So it's the banana pepper harvest. It's kind of bright out here today. And there's also a, what is this? Hungarian wax pepper that's ready to be harvested over here too. So it's Hungarian wax. Don't want to get that mixed up with the banana peppers because Hungarian wax peppers are pretty darn hot. So I was just out here, figured I'd harvest a few things that were ready. Also, the more you harvest on some plants, the more you get. And so I want to make sure I'm harvesting early enough. So I'm going in the house because it's getting warm. It was kind of chilly when I came out here, but I've been out here for a little while. But there was something flying. These daisies that are taking over everything, I'm gonna cut them back. And I'm gonna hope they grow again and not so wild. They've been growing since early in the season, and they're very much great for pollinators, but if you look, they're everywhere. Like, they're just everywhere. So I'm gonna cut those back when I come back out in a little while. So if you have been around Yellow Door Urban Homestead for any amount of time, you know sometimes I completely forget to record my ending, and that happened this week. This is not the garden tour that I'm sure everyone was waiting to see. It is raining in our area really good, which is good for the garden, not so good for a garden tour. Also, I forgot that I had a friend's birthday dinner tonight, and so I did not get the garden tour scheduled, but this is just a short video of what I did this week. Also, tomorrow is my daughter's birthday, so please leave her a little bit of love in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you feel it. Also, don't forget to visit me over on Instagram at Miss Asia Spratley, and I will see you all on Saturday for that wonderful garden tour. Thanks. Bye.